Hey guys, JH. Welcome to the undercover practice team. We've got unbelievable conditions here. We were up on the range. It's probably 85 km/h winds here, and it's just blowing everything over. And you can't hit shots. It was just blowing us over up there. So what we had to do was come down here under the covers, and it's still ripping through here at about 60 k's. Guys, what we want to emphasise today, and this is part of the involvement of the whole process. We need mechanisms that can lock certain parts of the mechanics in place. Now, we were hitting some shots up there in the wind, and it was brutal, and the wind was affecting the balance, and it was sort of blowing us into the ball and was causing a little bit of rotation, and because it was just like 80 k's behind us. And so Mr. X was saying, well, you know, we could just see this happening. So why don't you just put huge emphasis on the trail side, which you talk about, down the vertical axis there, but to get the weight down the vertical axis on the downswing, use the point of the trail shoulder, which really should be just a reverse of what we should be doing in the backswing. Now guys, our angles are not good here and the light won't be all that good, but bear in mind that with channel lock we have our channel here, and what we try and do on the backswing is take our club in there. But if we can have a different emphasis now in terms of componentry and body componentry, and think that on the backswing that we get what I call a channel pitch. Here's our channel, and what we're going to do is we're going to pitch our shoulder into the channel. And on the backswing, blowing everything over here, guys. In the backswing, okay, we normally emphasise taking the club back in the channel, but if we can actually feel that this shoulder is actually trying to fire itself into the channel as well as we go back, we're trying to point. It's basically this action, guys, the pitch action with the lead shoulder here, which gets the trail shoulder up here, and on the downswing, all we're doing is we're reversing that procedure. We're firing this trail, point of this trail shoulder outside the trail foot there, and that will drive the weight down into the right foot and stabilize the right shoulder and stop that whole shoulder girdle from wanting to pitch out, because there's a lot of pressure in that trail shoulder quadrant here. If you actually fire that down, like we've been thinking about firing the club down there, but if you actually drive the shoulder down at the same time, you'll get amazing contact, and not only that, you'll get amazing stability because it will keep you in there. Now, what I call it, it's basically, in Australia we call it a seesaw, in the US they call it a teeter-totter, but it's basically here. We're going to go there, there. That's what it'll feel like. It'll feel quite severe and quite steep. It won't be that steep and it won't be that severe, but the feeling should be severe. Okay, I hate hitting off mats and I hate hitting in a confined space. Okay, so the feeling for me is I've got, with my alignment, I've got the amount of closed shoulder that I want in my club face alignment. So my thought on the backswing, guys, is I'm going to fire this straight there. It's almost like this is going there. That's the feeling. Which will pitch the shoulder down, it'll pitch the trail shoulder up. Now all we do on the downswing is we reverse that procedure. Now the good thing about that, as soon as we reverse pitch that trail shoulder, watch what happens. If I go here on the backswing, oh, this wind is brutal. Here, and we're under cover. It's blowing everything over, right? Just hold on, it's blowing everything over. It's probably 100 km. You just hold on to the camera. Yeah, so I've pitched down here. So on the downswing, I'm going to, as I pitch down, guys, all that weight goes straight down there. So it's just a complete pitch, and it's a down pitch on the backswing, down there with the lead shoulder, and down here. Basically this and that as an exaggerated feeling. As I say, I hate hitting out from under covers. This is what it is, guys. So I'm really gonna pitch that shoulder down. See what happens, guys? You know when your shoulder is not opening when you finish here, when the club is contained in front of your shoulder, not around here. You know that. So we're really going to pitch that lead shoulder down and then drive the trail shoulder down. Now you don't get better contact than that, guys. So let's review. Here, this is going to drive there in the channel. We're going to put the shoulder in the channel, which will clearly take the club in the channel. So we're going to pitch down here, which pitches the trail shoulder up. We're just going to reverse it. The weight's over here. As soon as we pitch that down, guys, it drives everything down that trail vertical axis, which is a fantastic feeling. And it's amazing how certain things just happen that can switch a light on for you and give you a mechanism for control or for application, because it was so windy up there, it was blowing me forward and blowing me out, and I thought, well, what do I have to do to stop that, just to compensate for the wind? But in doing that, I worked out this other, well, it was actually wasn't my idea, it was Mr. X's. He just came over and just said, do this, this and this, and it worked perfectly. So here we go, going to pitch that lead shoulder down. And they're good shots. I could drive down more. Strange enough, I keep thinking I'm going to hit this wall here and I can't possibly hit it, but it's in the back of your mind. Okay, have a lot of pitch in this. Gee, that's a good hit. How good is that, Mr. X?
Perfect. Perfect.
It's good, isn't it? Yeah. Here we got Mr. X hanging onto the camera. It's a good blow him and the camera away. But so, guys, you get. Let's just review. It's this severe. It's lead shoulder down, lead knee down, into the trail here, because we're just putting the lead shoulder in the channel, and we're putting the trail shoulder in the channel on the downswing. And the hands have to follow, guys, because what happens, you get what I call a compression value factor. If I pitch that lead shoulder down here and I get up to here in the backswing, now as soon as I pitch this down, that's going to compress everything against my arms and fire the club wide. It's going to push down on my hands and push the club that way. Basically I think that makes the swing more ellipse shaped. It basically gets it very like a flattened elliptical shape, like a flattened circle. It certainly feels like that. Okay, let's put a good swing on this, JH. Protocol. And the other thing I want to talk about today, guys, come over here, Mr. X, they won't go away, will it? Yeah, it's okay. Yeah, we were talking off camera. He was saying yesterday, and when we had that warts and all video, we were saying that, and he just said to me, you know, casually, well, you know, I never hit a shot with warts on it when I go through the protocol. That's the reality. When we hit a shot indifferently, it's not got nothing to do with channel lock, because we didn't do channel lock. So what we've got to do, and I just want to do this exercise here, in that, and I'll just show, guys, when you come in, think about this, think about the protocol. Now my protocol is number one is there, right? Setting up. Number two is just is just getting my shoulder in that position there. Here, got to come. Bringing my foot up. Number 3, the protocol here is the 5 o'clock nose. Now for me, now the 4 in the protocol will be the pitch down. See what happens to that lead knee? When I pitch down there, that knee goes in there. And look at the club face, guys. It's still pointing at the ball. Here. And of course the number 5 in the protocol is just driving that trail shoulder down. But you knew just, like what was interesting on that warts and all tape was that when the protocol wasn't fully applied, we didn't have a channel like golf swing. Immediately you go back to the very next shot, apply the protocol, and we've got a beautiful shot. So guys, it's purely and simply about applying the protocol every time. So I'll just hit one here, and I'll just apply the protocol. The protocol is, okay, JH, think of the protocol. Okay, here we go. Number 1. Number 1. Number 2. Number 3 is the pitch down. Yeah, so just some guys here, guys. Just right here, it's just moving around here. They just spook me a little bit. You think they're going to walk across in front of the camera. That's the problem with the people. Okay, so here we go. The protocol. Think of the protocol, James. Apply, apply, apply. See the ball, push down. That's pretty good. Okay. Now what we want now is apply a little bit of ready code. A little bit of ready code with that. Pitch down. Did I say ready code?
No.
There was nothing in that, was there?
That was quick.
Well, I'm just... No ready code in that. Okay. So that fell out of the protocol. And we got sort of an 85% shot. Okay, so ready code. The wind is so strong, guys. Look at this. It's unbelievable. Here we go. Push down. Don't get any better than that.
That's sensational.
Good shot, isn't it?
Sensational.
So guys, the shot before was an 80%er because we only had 80% of the protocol in there. Put 100% in, you get 100% of the protocol. Or you get 100% of channel lock. We go, pitch down.
You can't get any better than that.
No, it's a great shot. And guys, considering the wind is, that's good, isn't it? Okay, one more. Because it's really tough conditions here and there's people everywhere.
Drive that right shoulder down behind your right foot.
Yeah, so Mr. X is just saying, for the pitch down, it's got to be a really deep pitch that way. Look at this wind, look at this. It's got to be a really deep pitch behind me, so I'm going to pitch it there. I'm going to try and get my right shoulder in the back of the channel. I'm going to back channel this. Come on, Jage. Full protocol, everything. Now see guys, I've got a lot of pitch on here because I want to really just condition this lead shoulder to go down. It's amazing with that strong wind how that ball is not moving, guys. I just had to chase everything, got blown away, guys. That's why I left. It's brutal. It's 100 k's. All right, last shot. Now to be able to hit this under these conditions is quite extraordinary. There are trees falling down in the car park. Probably crushed my car. My 4-door car is probably a 2-door car now. Okay, here we go. Okay, let's put it going. Full protocol, Jage. A lot of pitch and a lot of back pitch. Wow, how good was that? So it's a real compression in that trail side there, guys. Big compression down. Yeah. So we're putting the shoulder in the channel. One more. Now that was about, I think probably the only thing I left out of the protocol then was the was the ready code. Now with the ready code you should be able to get more pitch because you've got more time to really drive that trail shoulder down. Guys, you're always just going to hit it dead straight. Okay, last shot. Come on. A lot of pitch. Okay, I'm quick guys because the wind is quick and it's blowing us all over the place. Anyway guys, we just wanted to get something on tape today just to emphasise that point. And it's probably dark under here and you can't see anything. But that's a really important point, and we'll probably never do a video under more adverse conditions than those. Okay.